First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honor to the elders of the millstone, a salutation to all you all came on Howard and Ballard biddings for marriage. I'm going to start off with Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. Because Esau is falling out of power, you can see it all around you with these ice raids, with the lights, the blackouts, but I want to get Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fall from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Who was Lucifer, Illuminati, Luciferian, Esau called himself all these light names, but there's nothing about him that's light, he's not bright at all, he's no morning star. He's wicked, he's a hypocrite too, He's double-minded. They'll say he's a light bearer, then he's all in darkness, lying and doing stuff in secret, shadow governments, how does he weaken these nations? Through sanctions, stop giving aid to certain countries that they don't follow his laws, For thou hast, he poisons the food and he sends it overseas, And get 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I'll ascend to heaven, I'll exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. What are the stars of the Most High? We're talking about the children of Israel, also the stars in space. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of clouds. I will be like the Most High. He tried to transfer his consciousness into computers. He's trying to make black holes. He tried to make clones, trying to make all the other animal species, mixing DNAs with other creatures, or food, salmon with pig, mixing it and making the fish larger, I will send above the heights of clouds, I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Esau only want to be like the Most High because, he's hurt. He don't have his birthright, He thinks the Lord did a mistake, and now he thinks he's going to try to correct it, He can't. I'm going to go down to 16. They that see thee shall nary look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? So people are going to look at him and say, is this the man? Because he's not going to look like how he was before. He's probably going to look like a cavey, long hair, scratching his head or something, looking like an animal, They're going to look at him and say, is this the man? Everybody's going to be shocked, They're going to go back to how he looked in the ancient times, an animal. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? He did not make the earth to tremble, He experimented on people, animals. He organ harvest Jake, He kidnaps us. He kidnaps our people. He cut down the trees in most forests, Earth to tremble, he kills, poaches animals to the brink of the extinction, poison the food, the air, the water. He kills whatever he can, and comes trees, and until there's no more of them. That did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the city thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. That's what he did. He shook kingdoms, But I want to get this is going to be Esau, this is coming up. Because his kingdom is falling apart, He knows this. He's running out of time. That's why he's having these ice raids, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil has come down onto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Why they say rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them? Because the heavens, who are in the heavens right now on earth? Esau, he's the top Edomites, Rejoice, because they did everything they could, therefore rejoice, Heaven and ye that dwell in them. woe to the inhabitants of the earth, Who's on earth? The people at the bottom. Because there's three heavens. You got the earth. You got this, the, the, I forgot the heavens means space, like above, and then you got the spiritual, three heavens. That's gonna be Esau coming down having great wrath, you know. Well, I still got time. Uh, let's see. If I visit your home or workplace or stop you in public, this list will protect you. Carmen Torres, a 47-year-old Pasig resident who says she came to the United States 20 years ago from Mexico City, says she was with her 7 grandchildren in her apartment on Friday when they first heard that target individual who had been issued deportation orders. She was overly concerned news because she was not aware of any deportation order against her or other family members. And Torres said she has called Passac her home for the past 2 decades, living a routine life amid city's Hispanic community, which numbers about 50,000. When she asked them later that day if they wanted to go out to the store, their collective response to the usual question was different this time. No, they didn't, they said. They didn't want to see their grandmother arrested on the street. They didn't want to go to the store. They were afraid. President Trump announced via Twitter a few weeks ago that ICE was going to target at least 2,000 immigrants who have been previously ordered deported. A series of raids across the country were scheduled to begin last week. Although mass arrests do not materialize, 9 American cities were reportedly being targeted for raids. None of them were in NJ. So people are they're getting arrested. And this is the same tactic. I wouldn't say same tactic, but Esau claims that he like you and all, but that same Edomite that I bet the northern tribes have as a friend, probably the one that called them in. Esau, smiling in their face, and when he's in his house, he just calls the ice. You never know. This is Esau. But I want to get Psalm 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. It means he's a liar. He talks good, but war was in his heart. He doesn't really like you. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. They were softer than oil. He calm. He talks with a smooth tongue, but they were drawn swords. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were soft than oil, yet they were drawn swords. That's Esau. He's a liar by nature. He's gonna lie to you to the ends of the earth. But I want to give all praise. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. We give honor to Elizabeth Milso. And salutations to all y'all came on the highs and bodies. Thanks for marriage. Connect on to Shalom.